Yo guys, what is good and what is going on, Philadelphia Eagles Nation? Your boy BLSG back at it again for another Philadelphia Eagles live play-by-play preseason edition. That's right, ladies and gents, we are back for another preseason game. Preseason week 2 of the preseason for our Philadelphia Eagles, as this time, the Philadelphia Eagles go ahead and match up against the Cleveland Browns for the second week of the preseason. Now, a lot of players stood out for the Eagles last week against the Baltimore Ravens despite losing, but it doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. It just matters to show us on who is going to stand out and can potentially make this 53-man roster when it is all said and done. And this time we get to see more from our Philadelphia Eagles tonight as they take on the Cleveland Browns. And we get to see, like I said before, who's going to stand out to us and who is the shot at making the 53-man roster and who is going to be left out of the dark in this one. So we're going to find that out here tonight. Going to see, as an Eagles fan, I really did respect this quarterback for the Browns coming out of the draft. And this was the guy that I wanted the Eagles to draft in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. You will see Dorian Thompson-Robinson in this game tonight. And he actually looked pretty efficient last week, so we'll see what the Eagles can do against him this week to test him out a little bit. But anyway, shout out to everyone that's already coming through, ladies and gents. We already got 4 people up in here. Appreciate you guys for coming through and tuning in already. If you guys have not done so, hit the like button on the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Never share out the stream so we can bring more views up in the chat. You guys know how we rock and roll as always, so let's get down to business. Mr. Producer, that music's great. Let's go and cut the beat. Thank you. All right. Now that's all said and done, let's go through the chat here before we get started with this one. Sergeant, my guy, being the first one in here. What's going on, Sergeant? Appreciate you for coming through. Came in here, said what's up, BLSG. Also put the hashtag Eagles. I appreciate that, Sergeant. Hit the like button if you have not done so, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through the stream. And it's always fly, Eagles, fly, my brother. Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you, Sergeant. MC, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through as well. So let's go, Birds, all the time. Yeah, it's true. Let's go, Birds, as always. Eagles fan for life right here. And I know it's all the time, but at the end of the day, it is just the preseason. But we really do get to see what these players are going to look like. And if they do have a shot at making the 53-man roster, just like last week when they matched up against the Baltimore Ravens. But again, appreciate you for coming through, MC. Hit the like button if you have not done so. And appreciate you for coming through to the stream as well. Bleacher being the third guy in here. What's going on, Bleacher? Appreciate you for coming through as well. Bleacher says, let's go BLSG. Great to tune in again. Go Eagles. You already know what it is, Bleacher. Like I said before, it is just the preseason. But, feel free to give a Go Eagles or Go Birds in the chat anyway. Appreciate that, Bleacher. Appreciate you for coming through. Hit the like button if you have not done so, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through to the stream as well. So, yeah, guys, we do not know if the starters are going to play in this game tonight or not. There have been no reports in saying if the starters will have a chance to play this game. So we're going to see what happens. When you getting your Kelly Green jersey? Hopefully sometime within around maybe the next 2 weeks, something like that. Well, just hopefully before the regular season starts at some point. So we'll see when that happens, Bleacher. We will see when that happens. But here we are, guys, week 2. Eagles and Browns tonight. Let's see who stands out in this game. All right, so it looks like we will see Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, and Nakobe Dean all play tonight. It looks like we're going to see rookies Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Tyler Steen, and Sidney Brown in for the Eagles as well. The top 4 picks for the Eagles in the 2023 NFL Draft. Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith both taken in the first round, and then Tyler Steen and Sidney Brown both taken in the third round. As we are underway here, and here comes the return here by the Browns. And he will get, and the runner, and the returner will get stopped at the 23-yard line as the Eagles defense will be set to take the field as well as the Browns offense. So it looks like the Eagles are going to have 5 players on the defensive line: Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Contavious Street, and Derek Barnett. As for the linebackers, it's going to be Nakobe Dean and Zach Cunningham. So running a little bit of a 5-2, what I've never seen before. And then as for the defensive backs, it's going to be Josh Jobe, Terrell Edmonds, Kayvon Wallace, and Zach McPherson. Ganato is in a quarterback game right now. This is Dorian Thompson-Robinson to start as he hands it off on the first play of the game to number 41 for the Cleveland Browns. And it is going to go ahead and be about a gain of 3 yards, and it's going to be second down and 7. I think it's another play made by Jalen Carter, who actually stood out in the first preseason game for the Birds. Whose number are you getting? It's going to be surprise, Bleacher, just like you said on the second part. Here we go, second down and 7. Thompson-Robinson takes a snap, gets it away on a quick pass, gets it to 41 again, but a quick tackle immediately. That is going to be number 42 for the Eagles, Kayvon Wallace, who is also looking to find a way to hit the 53-man roster this upcoming season. And he's honestly had a pretty good training camp and has had a pretty good preseason based on the first game, and looks to bounce back and finding a way to make the 53-man roster and just finding a way to make that safety room, even though there's a lot of competition ahead of him. 3rd and 4 here for the Browns. Dorian Thompson-Robinson back to pass. Thompson-Robinson dancing, getting it out there, and it's going to be caught for the first down. And that is going to be number 10, I do believe. I do believe that is Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to pick up the first down here for Cleveland. You'll see Nolan Smith, though, against the right tackle. And Nolan Smith is just showing no mercy. Almost got to DTR, but just barely getting it out in time was Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Great coverage, though, by the defense. But it looks like we do have a flag, though, on the Browns, so it is going to remain a 3rd down. You see defensive coordinator Sean Desai on the screen. Once again, taking the new defensive coordinator role in replacement of Jonathan Gannon. As on 2nd and 14, Thompson-Robinson back to pass, going to go deep with this one. It's going to be caught, and it is going to be a first down, it looks like, and that is going to be number 89 here for Cleveland. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be Cedric Tillman. Yeah, I do have a lot of respect for Dorian Thompson-Robinson, guys. This guy can be something in a couple years once, if the Browns decide to move on from Deshaun Watson after his contract is done. DTR could take over as the starting QB as Thompson-Robinson's back to pass, fires this one, and it's incomplete, just a little bit too high for the intended receiver in David Bell. And I do believe, once again, Nolan Smith with the pressure. This guy, Nolan Smith, is just showing no mercy. He bounces off the tackler and almost got to the rookie out of UCLA, I do believe. I do believe that's where Dorian Thompson-Robinson came from. I do believe it was UCLA, if I remember correctly. Here we go, 2nd down and 10 here for the Browns. At their own 34-yard line, Thompson-Robinson hands it off. He's going to hand it off to 41, and 41 is going to get a couple yards, but there is no mercy from that defense. You got Zach Cunningham, Nakobe Dean, and once again, the edge rusher out of Georgia, the rookie Nolan Smith, getting in on the action. And it's good to see Nakobe Dean back on the field as well. Coming in at 5'11", 231 pounds at the age of 22. 2 years as a pro, once again coming out of Georgia. And it's just great to see him back on the field after he had that injury that kept him out for quite a while. It'll be 3rd down and 6 here for the Browns. Clock continues to wind down. And Zach Cunningham, also another one of the linebackers, as this one from Thompson-Robinson is going to be caught once again for the first down by Anthony Schwartz. And it will be another first down here for Cleveland. So the Eagles' backup defense, or just their defense overall, just a little slow to start. Looks like that was Zach McPherson on the receiver. And on 1st and 10, empty backfield for Thompson Robinson, who floats this one up deep down the field. And this one is caught for the first down here for Cleveland. And looks like this is also going to be Cedric Tillman once again for the Browns. And that's going to be Terrell Edmonds as the one in coverage. Well, Zach McPherson was the one that actually got destroyed by Cedric Tillman. And Cedric Tillman is picking up the first as he actually got that over 2 defenders in Terrell Edmonds and Zach McPherson. So once again, a 1st and 10 here for the Browns from their own 16, or from the Eagles' 16-yard line. Thompson Robinson back to pass, going to hand it off to 41, and 41 is going to get about 2, maybe 3 yards. But either way, it'll be a 2nd down and long. Zach Cunningham getting the tackle. So it'll be a 2nd down and 8 here for the Browns. Last season with the Titans for Zach Cunningham, 6 starts, 23 tackles. I couldn't read the last stat for you guys, though. Quality's a little bit poor here. As Thompson Robinson back to pass, floats it up for the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Great coverage by Zach McPherson against Cedric Tillman. And it will be a 3rd down and long here for the Browns. Zach McPherson with a nice coverage. Could have been a flag thrown, though. So Zach McPherson did get away with one right there, in my opinion. Coming in at 5'11", 191 pounds at the age of 25, 3 years in the NFL, and coming out of Texas Tech is Zach McPherson. And here we go with the 3rd down and 8 here for the Cleveland Browns. Once again from the Eagles 14, Thompson Robinson back to pass. Robinson fires. It's going to be caught. It's going to be David Bell trying to push for the first. Did he get there? Looks like it is going to be a no. I think he got stopped on the doorstep just right before the 1st down marker. It doesn't look like he got it. Looks like it's going to be a 4th and 1. And you already know the Browns are going to go for it. They're not going to settle for 3. They're probably going to run it on the ground here. Thompson Robinson takes a snap. No, goes on play action. Thompson Robinson runs, and he'll pick up the 1st down. The missed tackle by number 59 allows Dorian Thompson Robinson to pick up the 1st. And there is a flag down as well, so we'll see what the flag is. But it does look like it's going to be against the defense. Number 59 looks like that was Janarius Robinson. Looks like late contact is going to be called. I'm not even sure what it would be here, but I would think it's on Philadelphia, if I had to guess. So either it was a flag on Philly, so it will be 1st and goal here for the Browns. From the Eagles' 2-yard line. And looks like this is going to be an offside, or a neutral zone infraction, rather, on the rookie from Texas, the defensive tackle, rookie from Texas, Moro Ojimo. And it's going to be half the distance to the goal, and it's going to be a 1st down again here for the Browns. So now they'll be at the Eagles' 1-yard line. Here we go. 1st and goal here for the Browns from the Eagles 1. Thompson Robinson hands it off to the running back, and the running back is stuffed. They're saying it's a fumble. Hold up. And it is a fumble, and it's going to be Eagles football. Do believe it was Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles get a stop inside the 5. That was Nakobe Dean with the strip. And it was picked up by Kayvon Wallace. The Eagles will take over, and the Browns will come away with 0 points on this drive. Wow, what a start here for Philly. Welcome back to the field, Nakobe Dean. Kobe Dean with the fumble, and Kayvon Wallace picks it up. And reports did say that Marcus Mariota is going to be the QB1 once again, so we might not see Jalen Hurts the entire preseason, but you know what? It's a good thing because we don't want Jalen Hurts getting hurt because that, for now until hopefully for a while, that is going to be our franchise QB, and you best believe we want him to stay healthy and not do what we did with Carson Wentz back in 2020, where we gave him like no weapons or anything like that, and when Carson Wentz was just like that guy that was just like injury prone and all that, and same thing going towards Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar, Deshaun Jackson, Zach Ertz, everybody getting hurt, us having to put in the second and third stringers with Carson Wentz. 2020 was just brutal. So you know what? In 2023, the preseason, sitting Jalen Hurts, that's a good thing. However, instead of seeing DeAndre Swift, and I do believe last week we saw DeAndre Swift and Rashad Penny, this week we're going to see Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell. I'm not sure if anyone else is getting brought up like Trey Sermon or... I do believe Trey Sermon was also on for last week, so if I remember correctly, Trey Sermon was on in last week's performance. If I'm not mistaken, he was. Yeah, Trey Sermon did run, as well as Kennedy Brooks. Kennedy Brooks was also in last week. So this week it's going to be Boston Scott and Kenneth Gainwell. Maybe either Trey Sermon or Kennedy Brooks. We'll see what happens. But the Eagles come away with a stop inside the 5. Kobe Dean again with the fumble, and Kayvon Wallace picking up the football. So the Eagles will take over, and great stop by the defense inside the 5. And looks like it will be Marcus Mariota in at quarterback. Is on 1st and 10. Mariota takes the snap. Mariota puts it out there, and that's going to be over the head of Grant Calcaterra and incomplete. It was a little too high for Marcus Mariota. He's got to fix that, though. And the thing is, for Marcus Mariota, he's going to immediately go to the pass game from here because a running play could mess the Eagles up, and it could cause a safety. But here we go, 2nd and 10 from the 2. You got 2 receivers out wide. Kenneth Gainwell in the backfield. Mariota is going to hand it off to Gainwell, and that is going to be a safety. I knew that they should not have run it. Why do you run the ball at the 2-yard line? I know it's just a preseason game, but I'm just saying, if anyone like Marcus Mariota has to come in at quarterback, or if like you see Brian Johnson doing all the playmaking, you can't be running the ball at the 2. You just can't. You just can't be running the ball at the 2-yard line. So that is going to be a safety for the Eagles and give the Browns 2 points already. So not a great start from Marcus Mariota. Not a good start for Marcus Mariota, ladies and gentlemen. First, Marcus Mariota overthrows Grant Calcaterra. And then they decide to run the ball with Kenneth Gainwell at the 2-yard line, and it doesn't work. So rookie punter / kicker Ty Zettner is going to do the kick, and he'll boot this all the way down. A little bit inside the 30, where it was touched by the Browns, but either way they are going to pick it up. And it'll be a little bit of a return here for Cleveland, as we get a little bit of a player breakdown here on rookie edge rusher Nolan Smith. He was phenomenal at Georgia. And anyone just coming in his way would just stand, getting in his way would just stand no chance. You saw him last week do the same thing. Coming around the edge, getting around the left tackle, great balance, and just got to Josh Johnson last week against Baltimore. He's going to be great this year when he makes the 53-man roster. He's going to be a great edge rusher this year in his rookie season. Thompson Robinson back to pass. Going to fire this one. It's going to be incomplete. Looks like that was Marlon Tuipulotu with the tackle to prevent the completion from Dorian Thompson-Robinson. As they continue to look at former Georgia Bulldog edge rusher Nolan Smith, as it'll be 2nd and 10 here for Cleveland. Here we go on 2nd and 10. Thompson-Robinson on play action. Going to fire this one to the sideline. And it is going to be, what are they going to rule it? They're going to rule it incomplete to Anthony Schwartz. But there is a flag down. This might be on the Eagles, too. Looks like an ineligible player downfield against. Wait, hold up. Was an ineligible player downfield? I can't tell what they called here. Again, I have the TV on mute, so the volume is not going to get in the way. So I really cannot tell what they called, but it looks like they originally did call it a 3rd down, but it'll just be a 2nd and 15. Thompson Robinson takes the snap, hands it off to number 25. 25 is going to get stopped at about the 29-yard line. That's going to be Zach Cunningham, one of the members of the linebacker room. And it'll be 3rd down here for the Browns. Here we go, 3rd and 10. Thompson Robinson back to pass. Lost it down the left side, and it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage again by number 27, Zach McPherson. And that will get the Eagles defense off the field and give Marcus Mariota a chance to rebound. Good start here for the Eagles defense. And here goes the punt. All the way down to about the 16. Here's the return. Looks like that is Olamide Zaccheaus. And he returns it for a couple yards. And still with 7:45 left to go in the first quarter, the Browns continue to lead the Eagles 2-0 with 7:45 left to go in the first. But yeah, guys, great start for the defense, though. A forced fumble by Nakobe Dean and basically a 3-and-out for the Eagles defense as well. So the Eagles defense is off to a great start. Let's see if Marcus Mariota can rebound. See if the offense can rebound and respond. Amani Bentley, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. Say go Birds. You already know what it is, Amani Bentley. Hit the like button if you have not done so, Amani Bentley. And and I do not know if you're subscribed to the channel, but if you have not done so, subscribe to the channel as well. We are covering the Eagles as well as the Sixers, or even the Phillies, or just mainly any of the sports teams, and for Philly, and then a little bit of Ohio State here and there. So we'll be covering those. But appreciate you for coming through, Money. If you want a consistent coverage, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. And also hit the like button on the stream. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. It looks like, I don't know why they're zooming in on, looks like Tyler Steen. Looks like that's the rookie out of Oklahoma, Tyler Steen, that they're zooming in on. And that was Suo Peta next to him. As we get a look at the Eagles' offensive line for today, Tyler Steen left tackle, Josh Sills at left guard, Josh Andrews at center. I couldn't tell who the rest of the offensive line was. And then for the backs and receivers, Boston Scott, Greg Ward, Deion Kane, Olamide Zaccheaus, and Jack Stoll. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Mariota in much better field position as he takes a snap, goes on play action, tries to escape, and will be sacked. So Mariota not off to a good start on the very next drive. So looks like number 73, looks like that is Dennis Kelly, gives up the block and allows number 90, Hurst, to get to Marcus Mariota. Dennis Kelly's going to have to be better than that, though. And then you have Jack Driscoll in at right tackle. So here we go. 2nd down and 15 for the Eagles. Mariota takes a snap. Quick pass to number 13, Olamide Zaccheaus, and Zaccheaus is going to pick up the 1st down for the Eagles. So quick pop pass by Marcus Mariota results in a 1st down here for Philly. What's your record prediction for the Eagles now that you guys have a target on your back in the division? I'm thinking like 12-5 at worst, probably. As Marcus Mariota on 1st and 10 takes a snap, lofts it down the right sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Don't even know who that was going to. That could have went to 2 receivers, and nobody comes down with it. Olamide Zaccheaus last season with the Falcons, 40 receptions, 533 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Looking to be productive in his 1st year as an Eagle, which we will see what he can do, as he is more than likely to go ahead and make the 53-man roster. But here we go. 2nd and 10 here for Marcus Mariota and the Eagles offense. Mariota takes a snap, hands it off. And this is going to be, that's going to be Kenneth Gainwell. And Gainwell is going to get a gain of about 8 or 9 yards. And it's going to be a 3rd down and short for the Eagles offense. But yeah, Sajin, I'm thinking like 12-5 at worst, maybe like 13-4. Something like that. As Mariota takes a snap and a quick pop pass again and on play action, and it's going to be Greg Ward with the catch and the 1st down here for the Eagles. But yeah, Sajin, that stretch though in our schedule, that like 5-game stretch, where you have the Chiefs, the Bills, the 49ers, the Cowboys, and the Seahawks, that's going to probably determine our season. As Mariota again with a quick pop pass gets it to Greg Ward, and Greg Ward's going to get a gain of probably about 2 yards. And it'll be about a 2nd down and 8 here for the Eagles offense. As you see A.J. Brown on the sideline here for the Eagles, looking to have another great year with Jalen Hurts, and there's Devontae Smith on your screen as well. Devontae Smith also looking for a better year. Here we go. Mariota is going to hand it off to Boston Scott, and Boston Scott trying to get to the outside, and he's going to lose yardage this time. So he'll lose a yard, and this will be 3rd down and 10 here for the Eagles as we get a look at the dynamic duo last year with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith with 95 receptions for almost 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns. A.J. Brown with 88 receptions for about 1,500 yards and also a good amount of touchdowns. 3rd down and 9 here for the Eagles offense. I was thinking 12-5 myself. Yeah, I mean, it could be 12-5. It could be 13-4. Something like that, honestly. Like, when we get to, like, a commercial break, Sajin, we'll kind of get, like, a closer look on what we could see the Eagles going this year. 3rd down 9 here for Marcus Mariota and the Eagles offense. Looks like it is going to be a pass play. Mariota trying to communicate with his receivers as Mariota takes the snap. Mariota going to fire to the left side. It's going to be incomplete. That's actually a good pass to Olamide Zaccheaus, but Olamide Zaccheaus just drops it. So Olamide Zaccheaus is going to have to be a little bit better on his reaction time with these pop passes that Marcus Mariota has basically provided all game long so far. All game long, Marcus Mariota has just been throwing those pop passes because the Eagles O-line just cannot protect Marcus Mariota. We got a 56-yard field goal here by Jake Elliott, and the kick is good. So weird score here as the Eagles do get on the board after the Browns got the safety, but the Eagles are on the board and will have the lead by 1 over the Cleveland Browns by a score of 3-2. With a nice field goal right there by Jake Elliott to put the Eagles on the board with 4:35 left to go in the first quarter. So, yeah, guys, that will get the Eagles on the board. Marcus Mariota with an okay start. I mean, it's a lot of pop passes from Marcus Mariota. But the thing is, he's just not had the time to throw. So the O-line has to do better themselves to give Marcus Mariota a chance at making some quality executed throws. But yeah, Sajin, when you're looking at the... Take care of my boy Penny. Hey, Sajin, he's behind a much better offensive line than the Seahawks O-line. I'm just going to admit that right now. But Sajin, when you're looking at the Eagles' schedule, week 1 against the Patriots, I think we beat them. Week 2 against the Vikings, I think we're going to beat them. Week 3 against the Buccaneers, we're probably going to beat them. Same thing with week 4 against Washington. Same thing with week 5 against the Rams. It could be a little tight, though, against the Jets, but I'm still confident the Eagles are going to go ahead and take care of business right there. So that's going to be 6 wins just like so. And then the next week where the Eagles take on the Dolphins, that could be going either way. It's just going to depend if Tua Tagovailoa stays healthy for the Dolphins this year. Because if he does, I really do think the Dolphins have a good chance at beating the Eagles if Tua is healthy. But if Tua is not healthy, do not count on the Dolphins trying to beat the Eagles. So I got the Eagles winning that game because I'm not sure if Tua is going to be healthy or not. And I think this is going to be the year we sweep the Commanders. So give us the win on the 29th. And we'll also get the win on November the 5th against the Cowboys. Now, where you go into this stretch, okay, with the Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys, and Seahawks, I'm going to have us beat the Chiefs, or rather lose to the Chiefs, beat the Bills, beat the 49ers, lose to Dallas, and probably beat Seattle in a close one, as well as beat the Giants, Cardinals, and Giants again. So maybe 14-3 is our ceiling right now, as this is a big return here for the Browns with under 4.5 minutes to go. But we do have a flag on the play. So, Sajin, I do think that 14-3 is going to be the Eagles' ceiling this year, just because of that 5-game stretch. But it could really easily be 12-5. But either way, it'll be a great season for Philly. We do have a holding, it looks like. Looks like a holding against the return team. So it's going to be a holding call against Cleveland. So, yeah, guys, we did have an injury update on Hassan Reddick. He injured his thumb on Monday in practice. He had surgery on it today. But he should be back for week 1 of the regular season is what it is being told. And this right here looks like it was a miscommunicated snap, as Dorian Thompson-Robinson was able to get back on top of it, but Christian Ellis was there to be ready just in case if it was going to go into the hands of the Eagles defense. There you see Jason Kelsey and Jeff Stoutland. There we go, 2nd and 10 here for the Browns. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Thompson Robinson's going to hand it off to 41 on an HB toss. 41 is going to get a gain of probably about 7. And it's going to be about a 3rd down and 3 here for the Browns offense. And here we go. And here we look at the 2023 3rd-round draft pick for the Eagles in Sidney Brown. Coming at 5'10", 211 pounds at the age of 23. And there's also the rookie out of Illinois that the Eagles drafted for help at safety. I think he's easily making a roster spot this year. He might even start. You never know. As on 3rd and 4, Thompson Robinson back to pass. There comes Nolan Smith. But Thompson Robinson is going to get stopped. That is going to be Contavious Street and Marlon Tuipulotu on the stop. And just like that, the Browns once again are going to have to punt. But again, Nolan Smith is just unstoppable. He was about to get to Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Contavious Street slows down DTR, and then Marlon Tuipulotu finishes the job. So the special teams of the Browns is going to have to come on once again. So Corey Bojorquez is going to have to punt this one. As he'll boot this one all the way down, staying at the 5. And this is going to looks like it's going to be Zach McPherson, and McPherson is going to get stuffed. Not that big of a return by Zach McPherson. But with 2:18 to go, the Eagles are going to try to get a drive going as once again we go back into another commercial break. Sounds good, VO. I had to ask, bro. Hey, it's all good, Sajin. It's all good. I just think within that 5-game stretch that you have that includes Kansas City, Buffalo, San Francisco, Dallas, and Seattle, that's going to really determine who the Philadelphia Eagles are. But honestly, if Tua stays healthy, that could be a loss for the Eagles. Because the fact that they have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on that team, as well as a defense that includes Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard, that's going to be a really tough secondary, as well as Javon Holland. So there's a lot of pieces that go together in the Miami Dolphins. It's just about Tua staying healthy. If Tua can stay healthy, he has a chance. If Tua does not stay healthy, then the Dolphins do not have a chance of beating the Eagles. Mark my words. And then another game could be Buffalo. That's going to be a great game between the Eagles and the Bills. But I just think that, Brian Johnson is going to really help out Jalen Hurts. They had the connection last year. And, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I obviously do think Josh Allen's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. The Bills might have the better team. But I'm going to give the Eagles the edge, though, because I just think that they probably, in my opinion, do have the better defense. And they have a really explosive offense, but so does Buffalo. I just think that in this game against the Bills this upcoming season, the Eagles are just going to find a way to have the edge over Buffalo. So that's another game I think could go either way. San Francisco, we know we want to just put the whooping on San Francisco. We know we want to about it after how much smack talk the 49ers were talking last year. And looks like we have Olamide Zaccheaus going into the locker room. So hopefully everything is okay with Olamide Zaccheaus. Looks like he's walking just fine. I'm not even sure what the problem is for him. It looks like Marcus Mariota is going to stay on the field here for the Philadelphia Eagles as the quarterback. And here we go. Mariota takes the snap. Comes with four D linemen, 4 defensive linemen. And that pass is going to be tipped and incomplete. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 here for the Eagles. At that point, though, Marcus Mariota just had to get rid of it. Not much he could do about that right there, though. He just had to get rid of it at that point. Because the O-line, again, is not giving Marcus Mariota the time that he needs to throw the ball. They're giving him no time. Here we go. 2nd and 10 here for the Eagles. Mariota takes a snap and hands it off. And this is going to be Rashad Penny. It looks like. And Penny is going to pick up a good chunk of the yardage. And it is going to be a 1st down here for the Eagles. So we are seeing Rashad Penny in this game. Will we see DeAndre Swift? But a great gap created by the Eagles offensive line to allow Rashad Penny to get some great yardage and get up to about the 49 as Mariota takes the snap, lost it down the left sideline. That is way off target. My goodness, Marcus Mariota. I mean, he did get hit, but, that's no excuse. I mean, he's a veteran quarterback in this league that needs to know what is going on. Because, I mean, back in his days at Oregon, he was a phenomenal player, and he had a pretty solid career with Tennessee. So, with the Eagles, though, he's just got to find a way to just, figure it out to be the Eagles' QB2. And it's a long shot for Tanner McKee to take the Eagles' 2nd-string quarterback spot. It is a long shot. Here we go. Mariota takes the snap. Mariota going to fire down the middle, and it is going to be... And it's going to be intercepted. It's going to be intercepted. So Marcus Mariota throwing an interception here allows the Browns to take over. And again, this is over the head of Grant Calcaterra. Can't tell if he came down with full control. He probably did. I think it's going to stand as an interception if the Eagles are going to be willing to challenge that. But it looks like it will stay as an interception, and the Browns will take over. Marcus Mariota just needs to get back to those short passes. Marcus Mariota just needs to stop throwing down the middle of the field to give him the best chance. As Jordan Thompson-Robinson takes a snap here for the Browns, fires a little screen pass, and the Eagles are going to deny that. About 4 yards back from the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be Christian Ellis right there to make the stop here for the Eagles defense. You see him go out to the left and get started already. You saw Dorian Thompson-Robinson go on play action and throw a little screen pass, but Christian Ellis says no thanks. He said, you can go back 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage instead. Here we go, 2nd down and 14. Here for the Browns. Thompson-Robinson with an empty backfield fires this one. It's going to be caught. And it is going to be about 2 yards short of the 1st down. As once again, that looks like it is going to be Cedric Tillman. Or somebody with the last name Watkins. Here we go. 3rd down and 2 here for the Browns. Thompson-Robinson going to hand it off. And number 25 is going to break loose. 25 is still going. And that is Demetric Felton. And he'll pick up the first down here for the Browns. The Eagles thought they had the stop. But Demetric Felton is able to get away. And he still kept on going for a little bit. Nicholas Morrow misses the tackle. But looks like there is going to be a personal foul on the offense here. So this is going to go back, and it is going to be a third down and long again. So it's going to be an illegal block on Dorian Thompson-Robinson. It looks like that is going to be the call. An illegal block on Dorian Thompson-Robinson. And that is how the first quarter comes to a close. Jeez. Dorian Thompson-Robinson said sit down to Terrell Edmonds. But that will take us to the end of the first quarter. A weird score at the end of the first quarter with the Philadelphia Eagles leading the Cleveland Browns right now 3-2 in a 1-point game. And basically an extra point game as we head to the second quarter with the Philadelphia Eagles up by just 1 point. So yeah, guys, a really weird score going into the second quarter. Going to be brutally honest. They did also come out and report that in saying that Tanner McKee is suiting up. Looks like he's going to get ready to go here. So it looks like the night from Marcus Mariota is done. And Marcus Mariota will finish his night. Hold up. I know those numbers are not right. Marcus Mariota will finish his night in not a good way at all. He'll finish his night 3 of 9, 32 yards and an interception. So Tanner McKee will come in, see if he can do better. And I really hope he can. Because the Eagles are going to need him to. We got Sargent in the chat saying bench Mariota. Tanner McKee is suiting up, it looks like, Sargent. So looks like Tanner McKee is going to come in for the second quarter. And who knows, we might see Ian Book playing the whole second half. But I really do hope that we see Tanner McKee play 2 quarters now that Marcus Mariota has had a very poor night tonight. Extremely poor. As you see Jason Kelce and Jordan Mailata on the bench. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5 here for the Browns. Dorian Thompson-Robinson with an empty backfield as he takes the snap. Thompson-Robinson going to fire this one down the left side. It's going to be caught. And it's going to be a 1st down here for Cleveland. That is going to be number 82 here for the Browns. And that was Mario Goodrich in coverage, number 31 here for the Eagles. So this will be a 1st and 10 here for the Browns. Dorian Thompson-Robinson with a running back in the backfield. And Thompson-Robinson's going to do a little bit of a jet sweep, and that is not working out at all. As Nolan Smith makes the tackle. And that was a great tackle by Nolan Smith, but there is a flag on the play. But Nolan Smith is shaking up a little bit. It's mainly just like towards his wrist area where he's shaking up. So the way he just tackled him was just off. Yeah, that looked a little funny. So he'll be looked at in the medical tent. It looks like we're going to have another neutral zone infraction here against the Eagles. And that will be the call. Couldn't tell who they call it on. I think they either call it on Jordan Davis or Janarius Robinson. Here we go, 2nd down and 10. Thompson Robinson going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to run. Thompson Robinson still going. Still going is Thompson Robinson. And he will bring it up to a good 7-yard gain. 8-yard gain possibly. But it'll be a 3rd down and short here for the Browns. Christian Ellis with the missed tackle. Then Noah Ellis comes in for the finishing touch to the play. Here we go, 3rd down and 2. Thompson Robinson back to pass. Thompson Robinson going to step in the pocket, fire this one. It's going to be incomplete. This one is going to be Keely Ringo, but a flag is going to be on the play, and it's probably going to go against him. Unless if it's going to be against the offense. Which it is going to be against the offensive lineman number 66, Hudson III. And he wants to argue and complain about it, but he can do it all he wants and not win the battle. So now it'll be a 3rd down and 12 here for the Browns. Thompson Robinson takes a snap. Thompson Robinson with a little screen pass here. And this is going to result in a 1st down for Cleveland. That is going to once again be Demetric Felton, and the Browns take it from a 3rd down and 12 to a 1st and 10, keeping the chains moving. And it's just that nobody can do anything for this Eagles defense right now. As the Browns are now up to the Eagles up to their own 49-yard line. Thompson Robinson takes a snap, fires one deep down the field, and it's going to be a little short and incomplete. Try to look for number 80 for the Browns in Austin Watkins, but he underthrows it, and it will be a 2nd down and 10 here for the Cleveland Browns. As you see, Terrell Edmonds in the secondary as well as Keely Ringo. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson is going to hand it off to Demetric Felton once again. But that time he will be tackled by number 61, Noah Ellis. And it's going to be a bit of a long 3rd down, it looks like. And that will take Noah Ellis and Mora Ojimo off the field. And Contavious Street is going to be on the defensive line, as well as Marlon Tuipulotu. Here we go. 3rd down and 6 here for the Browns. Thompson Robinson takes a snap, fires down the middle of the field, and is going to be dropped. It was tipped for a moment. Contavious Street almost with the interception, but it almost was tipped it almost was intercepted after it was tipped up in the air by Zach McPherson. And Kentavious Street almost has the interception, but it goes right past his hands. That would have been something if we would have had a D lineman interception right there. And Kentavious Street was like, so close. I was so close. But another Eagle is down, and that is going to be Zach McPherson, in which Elliott Shore-Parks has said has not had a great game. You also see Nolan Smith going to the locker room as well. And you might have another Eagle joining Nolan Smith and Olamide Zaccheaus. So back to another commercial break, ladies and gents. All right, I didn't get to this comment. Sorry about that, Sajin. He said, I just don't want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. Don't like being bored with Super Bowls. I mean, it wouldn't be boring if the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl and a team like the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. But I mean, I kind of get what you're saying because it'd be a little bit of a repeat type of Super Bowl. But it would be a chance of revenge for the Eagles. So at the end of the day, the Chiefs making it to the Super Bowl again is not a bad thing. It's just about who they would go against if they were to make the Super Bowl again. Now Zach McPherson's being carted into the locker room. Continuing to get the updates here from Elliott Shore-Parks. So you got 3 Eagles in the locker room right now. You got Nolan Smith, you got Olamide Zaccheaus, and now you got Zach McPherson. But a 4th and 6 here for the Browns. And looks like they're just going to punt it away. Yeah, Zach McPherson cannot move that leg whatsoever. He can't put any pressure on that leg, so he's going to have to be carted off the field, according to what Elliott Shore-Parks said. And the teammates do go over him to show him support and hope for a speedy recovery. On 4th and 6, here's the punt by Corey Bojorquez. And it'll go all the way down. And this will go into the end zone for a touchback. And let's see, will Tanner McKee step onto the field for the first time tonight? I would assume that Tanner McKee is going to step on the field, as we see Dallas Goedert on the screen right now. 6'5", 256 pounds, 6 years in the league, coming out of South Dakota State. But I do believe Tanner McKee is going to step in here for the Eagles, and it looks like he will. As on 1st and 10, no, it's still Marcus Mariota. As on 1st down, he will fire this one down the middle of the field to Grant Calcaterra, and it will be a 2nd down and 2. So Marcus Mariota is still on the field right now. Looks like with the majority of the second team. So here we go. 2nd down and 3 here for the Eagles. Mariota takes the snap, hands it off. It's going to be Rashad Penny. And Penny's going to be a little bit short of the first, as it's going to be a 3rd down and 1 here for the Eagles offense. But surprisingly, after the interception and the 3-for-9 start by Marcus Mariota, He is apparently still in the game. But they look for him to bounce back, though, as it is a 3rd down and 1. As again, you continue to see Dallas Goedert on the screen, looking to be a 3rd 1,000-yard receiver this year, whether if it is a wide receiver or a tight end. As on 3rd down and 1, we do have a flag here. Not sure who this is going to go against. There's about 10 minutes to go. Looks like this is going to go against Philly. So now this will be a 3rd down and 6 here for the Eagles. So the Eagles do get a chance of redemption. So on 3rd and 6, we get another penalty. And another false start called on the Eagles. So it's now going to be an even longer 3rd down for the Eagles on the offense. So now they'll be back at about the 19.5-yard line. Mariota takes a snap. Going to have to go deep. Mariota is going to escape. Mario is going to throw it down the field, and it's going to be incomplete as he tried to get it over to Greg Ward, but Greg Ward just could not hold on. That's not too bad of a pass, though, by Marcus Mariota, to say the least. But this will be a punt coming up here for the Eagles. And again, ladies and gents, it is still a low-scoring game and a weird-looking game right now. Only a field goal and a safety on the board based for either team, as it is still 3-2 in favor of Philly. It's a 4th and 11 on the punt. Here's the return by number 25. And 25 is going to get stuffed inside the 40, and that is going to be number 22, Trace Sermon. So we do see Trace Sermon get some action on special teams, as Dallas Goedert was mic'd up, talking with the reporters. But guys, we do still have a weird score, though. 3-2 is ridiculous. Honestly. My standouts so far have probably been, I know Nolan Smith has been one of them. He has been getting to the quarterback nonstop. And I know he only had 1 carry, I do believe, in this game so far, maybe like a couple carries. But Rashad Penny has been my standout for the offense, and Nolan Smith has been my standout for the defense. It's a shame that for Nolan Smith, though, he is going into the locker room, so looks like we will probably not see him for the rest of the night. Baseball score right now. The Phillies do not play tonight, Saijan. They play tomorrow. The Phillies play tomorrow, Saijan. They don't play today. If you're talking about the Phillies, they don't play tonight. They play tomorrow. It's just a 2-game series with the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Browns will get back to work here, as we will get the opportunity to once again see, I do believe, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. You even have Dave Spadera wearing a Kelly Green jersey. And he does have the A.J. Brown, Kelly Green jersey on. You got a lot of spectators in the stands with a Kelly Green jersey, so those things are selling like hotcakes, though. As once again, Dorian Thompson-Robinson is back on the field with the Browns offense. And on first down, it will be a running play for a gain of about, I'd say, about 3 or 4 to result in a second down, I do believe, like 7. No, I don't put other people's teams down ever. About the respect. That's what's up, Sergeant. That's what's up. Here we go on 2nd and 8. Thompson Robinson with a little pop pass down the right sideline. That is going to be number 80, Watkins. Not Quez Watkins, but apparently there's another Watkins. But looks like Olamide Zaccheaus is back out of the locker room, so looks like Olamide Zaccheaus is okay. And might get another shot at getting back on the football field on the next offensive drive here for the Eagles. As on 1st and 10, Thompson Robinson fires this down the field. And once again, this will be caught. I do believe the first name is Austin Watkins. So Austin Watkins again with the catch. And he will once again pick up the first down for the Browns. So the Browns looking to get on the board here first in terms of touchdowns, which either team has yet to do in this game. Either team has yet to score a touchdown so far in the first half. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Browns again from the Eagles 30. Thompson Robinson going to hand it off. And there's going to be a gain of about 4 for number 41, Kelly Jr. And it's going to be a 2nd down and 6 here for the Browns. As once again, Sean Desai, the new defensive coordinator for the Eagles, replacing Jonathan Gannon. Here we go, 2nd down and 6 here for the Browns offense. Thompson Robinson going to hand it off once again to number 41. Number 41 going to get a gain of about maybe 1 or 2. And either way, it's going to be a 3rd down and either 4 or 5 yards to go. Third down and 5 here for the Browns. 2 receivers right, 1 left, or rather 2 receivers to the left and the right. Thompson Robinson going to fire this one, and it is going to be incomplete. Christian Ellis able to make the play for the defense, and that could force a potential Cleveland Browns field goal. It's not a bad pass by Dorian Thompson Robinson, but if you're the receiver, number 41, you got to put 2 hands out there. You already know that Anthony Schwartz is not going to get underneath that. So 4th and 5 here, we'll set up Cade York, the 2nd-year kicker out of LSU, with what looks like a 43-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick is away, and the kick is good. So the Browns will retake the lead over the Philadelphia Eagles, once again in a very weird type of game so far, a very defensive type of game overall. But it will put the Browns back in front over the Philadelphia Eagles by a score of 5-3 in the 2nd quarter. So again, guys, a very weird score of 5-3. Yeah, guys, this has been a very odd score all game long so far. 5-3 is insane. Watch the next thing be 6-5. The Eagles kick another field goal, make it 6-5 in this game. This game has been very boring so far, but it's been all defense basically. It's been all defense so far in this one. There's been like no offense tonight, which is crazy. Again, guys, this has been a very defensive type of game so far for a preseason game. And the Browns will kick it to the Eagles here. And here comes the return here for Trace Sermon. And Sermon will bring this all the way up to about the 24-yard line. And will it once again be Marcus Mariota or Tanner McKee? But yeah, guys, will it be Marcus Mariota still on the field, or will it be Tanner McKee taking over? I mean, maybe Mariota plays the whole first half. As they're showing this thing for WrestleMania at the link on April 6th through 7th, 2024. Something that I'm not even interested in personally. As Sidon says, Gunther. Well, let's get back to business here. What are we still showing Dave Spadaro for? But looks like it's still going to be Marcus Mariota on the field, where Mariota is going to hand it off to Trey Sermon, and Sermon is going to get about a gain of 5, possibly. And it'll be a 2nd down and 5 here for the Eagles on the offense. Under 6 minutes to play in the first half. I've seen preseason games like this like 29 years ago. They have their own brand of football fun. I mean, that's true for a preseason game. Absolutely. Here we go. 2nd down and 6 here for the Eagles. Mariota takes a snap. Goes on play action. Mariota going to throw a little screen pass to Trey Sermon. And Sermon going to run. Sermon's still going. The ball is loose and it's picked up by the Browns. And another turnover for the Eagles. What looked to be a great play coming from Trey Sermon turns into a fumble Turns into a fumble and picked up by Cleveland. Picked up by number 29, Mitchell. Not a great way you want to start off the drive, but that was not on Marcus Mariota. That's on Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon, you got to pick your head up. If Trey Sermon, if you want to have a shot at the 53-man roster, you got to have great ball security. Thompson Robinson's going to hand it off to number 30, and number 30 will lose 2 yards on the play. So it'll be a 2nd down and 12 here for the Cleveland Browns offense, in which it still should be Eagles' ball if it was not for Trey Sermon fumbling the ball. If he wants a good shot at making the roster, he's got to have that ball security. Here we go, 2nd down and 12. Thompson Robinson going to fire this one to his tight end. It's going to be about a gain of 5 or 6. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 or 5 for the Browns offense. As you have Jalen Hurts talking to Trey Sermon, letting him know to fix his mistakes and regroup on the next drive. And I'd be telling him the same thing too, honestly, because if you want a shot at making the 53-man roster, you have to have great ball security. You have to. No ifs, ands, or buts. But it'll be a 3rd down and 4 here from the Eagles 39 here for Dorian Thompson-Robinson as he takes the snap. Thompson-Robinson going to throw a deep ball down the field. It's going to be caught somehow in the world as the receiver beats both Keely Ringo and Kayvon Wallace. That is once again going to be Austin Watkins. And he gets ahead of Keely Ringo. Another rookie mistake by the former Georgia cornerback in Keely Ringo, who really needs to get it together as a rookie. Should have been at least an incomplete pass. As Thompson Robinson going to hand it off here to number 30. And number 30 still fighting his way. It will be a 1st down here for the Browns. But there is a flag on the play. And it looks like it is going to be called back. Looks like it's going to be going back. So this is going to be against Cleveland. As there's going to be a holding call against the offense. With 3:09 to go here in the 1st half, the Eagles look for another stop on Cleveland. The Eagles look for another stop. But they'll have to do it as the Browns are in a 1st and long situation as Thompson Robinson takes a snap from the 19. Throws this one, and it's going to be incomplete. That's going to be Mario Goodrich, though, with the pass breakup. And he'll force 2nd down here for this Eagles defense. Here we go. 2nd down and 18 here for the Browns from the Eagles 19. Thompson Robinson back to pass. Robinson with a clean pocket, dancing for days. Goes to the right side to Austin Watkins, and the pass is incomplete. Zach Cunningham covers that time, and it'll be a 3rd down and long here for the Browns. Injuries tonight for the Eagles. Nolan Smith went out earlier with an injury, as well as Olamide Zaccheaus and Zach McPherson. Olamide Zaccheaus did come back, though, out of the locker room, so it looks like he is okay. We'll have to see the reports on Nolan Smith and Zach McPherson, though. So 3rd down and 18 here for the Browns. Thompson Robinson back to pass. Thompson Robinson going to float it up down the right sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Great coverage by Keely Ringo. It was going to be incomplete anyway since that had no chance at the end zone. And this will be another field goal here by the Browns. And Cade York with an opportunity at another field goal. From 37 yards out, Cade York looking to put the Browns on top, 8-3 over the Eagles in a very weird scoring type of game as the kick is up and the kick is good for Cade York. So with under 2.5 minutes to go, the Cleveland Browns currently lead the Philadelphia Eagles right now 8-3 in probably one of the most weirdest scoring games that I have ever seen in my life of being a Philadelphia Eagles fan. But the Browns do lead the Eagles right now 8-3 with under 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. It overall has just been a very weird type of game. Looks like we're going to see Marcus Mariota one last time. So Tanner McKee will still not suit up. He'll probably suit up for the second half, though. I mean, maybe it'll just be Marcus Mariota and Tanner McKee in this game. Maybe they don't worry about Ian Book. They're definitely not going to put Jalen Hurts out there. I mean, Jalen Hurts is not even suited up. So maybe they're just playing Marcus Mariota and Tanner McKee tonight. I mean, Marcus Mariota does still have his pads on. So it looks like he's going to go out there for one more drive to end off the half. As Cade York will kick this one all the way down. And returning this one once again will be Trey Sermon. And Sermon trying to find a gap and is not going to find one as he goes down at about the 20. And Marcus Mariota and the Eagles offense will step back onto the field. As we get a closer look at Rashad Penny. He did pretty good against the Ravens last week and had a nice carry earlier against the Browns earlier tonight. But especially had a nice performance against the Ravens last week. Only 2 carries for 18 yards, though, for Rashad Penny. Not really too much of anything special, but it's showing me much more of how much playing time he'll get, as on first down, this will be a completed pass to Greg Ward, but there is a flag on the play with 2:15 left to go in the first half, and we'll see what the penalty is here. But it looks like this is going to be against the defense. So this will be against the Browns, and it will officially be a first down here for the Eagles, but they get to go a little bit further down the field. Here we go. Here's Mariota with the ball. Throws a deep ball down the field. Tried to find number 39 here for the Eagles. Who's number 39? Because that is not Devin Allen. But we have reached under the 2-minute warning here as the Browns still lead the Eagles 8-3 with 1 minute and 55 seconds left to go until the end of the first half. Sutton says, my intentions tonight is to watch the first half with you and the second half with DCG. Came to show support and enjoy the rest of your night, bro. Hey, I appreciate you for coming through those sides, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you for coming through, though, and hanging out for the first half with me. I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, let's see if the Eagles can go ahead and get a score here to end off the half and take a lead. If not that, only be down by 2 to halftime against the Browns. Marcus Mariota not with the greatest performance today. So far, 6 of 14 for 67 yards and an interception. But he'll have to capitalize here, though, to say the least. But yeah, guys, Marcus Mariota really has not had the best performance today. But let's see if he can flip that around here as he looks to lead the Eagles down the field on this drive before the end of the first half. Mariota takes the snap from the 35, fires. It's going to be caught, but another flag is down again. It's going to be another false start here against the Eagles, and it's going to be against number 63, Jack Driscoll. The backup right tackle, to Lane Johnson. And once again, this will be second down, but it'll be a second down and 15 here for the Eagles. On second and 15, Mariota going to go on play action, going to get it out there to Deion Kane, it looks like. Or rather, that's going to be Tyree Cleveland. And Tyree Cleveland is going to get a gain of about 4 yards. So it's going to be about a third down and 11 here for Philly. And it was only a gain of 4. So once again, third down and 11 here for the Eagles. Looks like Tanner McKee is going to suit up for the second half. So they're probably not even going to worry about Ian Book in this game. In terms of the quarterback room, they're probably not even going to worry about Ian Book. Here we go. Third down and 11. Mariota takes a snap. Mariota trying to dance away from pressure. Thought he got away for the moment, and he is sacked. So that'll probably be the last time that we see Marcus Mariota in this game. You're going to see what looks to be Trey Sermon trying to block number 43. Mariota thought he had an opportunity of getting away and breaking out of the tackle, but he had no chance as soon as he was grabbed by the foot or the ankle. And you'll have the undrafted rookie out of Kansas State, Ty Zentner, come in to once again do the punt. And here is the punt all the way down to around the 30. And the return is not going much of anywhere. That is going to be number 57, the the undrafted rookie out of Michigan State, Ben Van Sumeren, making the tackle on special teams. Ben Van Sumeren also taking the jersey number of TJ Edwards now, as TJ Edwards also went ahead and wore number 57 when he was in Philly. And now Ben Van Sumeren is doing the same thing, as now he has the jersey number 57. On first down, Thompson Robinson back to pass. Now he will escape. Thompson Robinson is going to be tripped up. Looks like that was Moro Ojimo. And it'll be about a 2nd and 2, I do believe, for the Browns rather. It'll be a 2nd down 3 here for Cleveland. Somewhere around a minute left to go. Thompson Robinson back to pass. Going to step up in the pocket, fire one down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Tried to get it over to Anthony Schwartz, but that is going to be Keely Ringo with the pass breakup. The rookie out of Georgia making a play here on defense, forcing a 3rd down 3 here for Philly. Here we go, 3rd down 3 here for the Browns. From their own 39, Thompson Robinson back to pass. Thompson Robinson trying to escape. Thompson Robinson just going all the way back, looking to let a prayer go, and that's going to be incomplete. That's going to be Janarius Robinson with the hustle and the pressure on Dorian Thompson-Robinson. And it looks like this is going to be a punt here for the Browns. So it looks like Marcus Mariota is not done just yet. They're not going to put Justin Evans back for the punt return. The safety that the Eagles picked up from New Orleans is going to return this punt. And Corey Bojorquez is going to put it all the way down there for Justin Evans. And Justin Evans is going to let this one go, let it roll, 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 roll. Looks like it'll be down inside the 30. Or we might see Tanner McKee take over this drive. We'll see. Tanner McKee looked very efficient last week against the Ravens. And we'll look to continue that here tonight. It looks like Tanner McKee is going to get his opportunity here. So it looks like Marcus Mariota's night is done. Tanner McKee in the first preseason game last week, he went 10 of 20 for 148 yards. Also had one run for 7 yards. But we're not going to see Tanner McKee just yet, actually. So Tanner McKee will be in for the second half here as Marcus Mariota fires this one. It is going to be caught here. That's going to be Devin Allen, and that is going to be a 2nd down and 4. Eagles need to get back to the line of scrimmage, though, despite having 3 timeouts, if they do want to get down the field and score. But they will call a timeout, though. Browns only have 1 timeout left in the half. Let's see if the Eagles offense can cook something up here. So here we go. 2nd down and 4 from the Eagles 25. Mariota takes a snap, goes on play action, gets away from the pressure. Mariota's going to tuck and run. Mariota trying to get out of bounds and will do just that to save time. And we'll save a timeout with 29 seconds left to go on the clock until the end of the first half. Here we go. 1st and 10. Mariota takes the snap. Mariota just going to dump it off to one of his tight ends. And that's going to be Dan Arnold, actually, with the catch. And it's going to be 2nd down for the Eagles. But looks like they're going to take the 2nd timeout and stop the clock here. If the Eagles do want to go ahead and pull within reach, they have to start getting down the field. Here we go. 2nd down and 1. Trey Sermon in the backfield with Marcus Mariota. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Mariota takes the snap. Mariota dancing. Mariota trying to get away from pressure, and he's going absolutely nowhere. Mariota getting absolutely destroyed in front of a wall of Browns. And looks like Marcus Mariota is not going to have a chance for one more play, as they are going to conclude the end of the first half on that note. With a score of 8-3, the Cleveland Browns currently lead the Philadelphia Eagles right now by 5 points at the end of the first half. As ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we have approached halftime in preseason game number 2. So, yeah, guys, on that note, we are going to go ahead and go over the halftime stats here. And then, as usual, we will take the halftime break like we always do. So, starting off on the Cleveland Browns side, Dorian Thompson-Robinson so far on the day probably concluded his game as well, finishing the first half with going 13 of 23 for 164 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. As for the running game in the backfield, Demetric Felton with 3 carries for 21 yards, averaging 7 yards a carry. John Kelly with 8 carries for 20 yards, averaging 2.5 yards a carry. Dorian Thompson-Robinson putting on a little bit of athleticism with 3 carries for 11 yards, averaging 3.7 yards a carry. Hassan Hall with 2 carries, but for no yards. And then Anthony Schwartz on that jet sweep with a carry for -5 yards to end off the stats for the running game. As for the receiving game, Austin Watkins currently leading the receivers right now. 4 receptions, 69 yards, 17.2 yards per reception. Cedric Tillman, 2 receptions for 50 yards, 25 yards per reception. Anthony Schwartz with a reception for 11 yards. Miller Forrestal with a reception for 9 yards. Demetric Felton with 2 receptions for 8 yards, 4 yards per reception. David Bell with a reception for 7 yards, as well as Mike Harley. John Kelly with a reception for 3 yards. And that is how these stats come to an end for the receiving group of the Cleveland Browns. Now over to the defense now. A good chunk of these have been tackles. So Mohamed Diabate leading the team in tackles right now with 4 tackles, none assisted. Following that up is Tony Fields II with 2 tackles, none assisted. Maurice Hurst Jr. with a tackle, none assisted, but a sack. As well as getting 1 tackle and no assisted tackles is DeAnthony Bell, Jeremiah Martin, Tanner McAllister, Cameron Mitchell, and Lonnie Phelps. Michael Ford with no tackles, but no solo tackles, but 2 assisted tackles. Ronnie Hickman, the rookie out of Ohio State, with an assisted tackle, as well as an interception. I didn't realize Ronnie Hickman got the interception for the Browns defense. And that is how the stats come to an end for the defense of the Browns. As for kick returns, Hassan Hall with 2 returns for 38 yards, averaging 19 yards per return, and Demetric Felton with a return for 9 yards. As for punt returns, Demetric Felton also with 1 return for just 2 yards, though. Cade York, in terms of the kicking, is 2 of 2. Longest was from 43 yards out and has 6 of the Browns' 8 points. And then for Corey Bojorquez, 3 punts on the night for 163 yards, averaging 54.3 yards per punt. But none of those punts that Corey Bojorquez has had have gone inside the 20 to end off the first half stats for the Cleveland Browns. Now over to the Philadelphia Eagles side. Marcus Mariota not with the best of days here for the Eagles, as he ended his day going 6 of 14 for 67 yards and an interception. For the backfield, Rashad Penny leading the way out of all running backs tonight with 2 carries for 18 yards, averaging 9 yards per carry. Kenneth Gainwell following it up with 2 carries for 6 yards, averaging 3 yards a carry. Trey Sermon with 1 carry for 4 yards, and Boston Scott with 1 carry but for -1 yard. For the receiving group, Greg Ward currently leads the way for the receiving group with 3 receptions for 29 yards, averaging 9.7 yards per reception. Olamide Zaccheaus with a reception for 17 yards. Trey Sermon with a reception for 14 yards. And Grant Calcaterra with a reception for 7 yards. Now over to the defense now. Zach Cunningham currently leading the team in tackles right now with 3 tackles, 1 assisted tackle. Terrell Edmonds and Justin Evans each with 2 total tackles, 1 assisted. Janarius Robinson and Kayvon Wallace each with 2 total tackles, none assisted. Zach McPherson with a tackle and 5 assisted tackles. Nakobe Dean, Christian Ellis, Nicholas Morrow, and Keely Ringo each with 1 solo tackle and 2 assisted tackles. Noah Ellis with 1 tackle and 1 assisted tackle. Derek Barnett and Sidney Brown each with 1 tackle and no assisted tackles. Contavious Street with no solo tackles but 2 assisted tackles and also got half a sack, as well as Marlon Tuipulotu, who also had a assisted tackle. Also having an assisted tackle was also Taron Jackson and Nolan Smith. And that is how these stats come to an end for the defensive side of the ball. Now in terms of kick returns, Trey Sermon with 2 returns on the night for 37 yards, averaging 18.5 yards per kick return. In terms of punt returns, Olamide Zaccheaus with 1 return for 11 yards, and also had Zach McPherson back there with 1 return for 10 yards. Jake Elliott 1 of 1 in terms of the field goals, 56 being that field goal being from 56 yards out, and has all 3 of the team's points. And Ty Zettner, the undrafted rookie punter out of Kansas State, with 1 punt for 44 yards, and that punt did not go inside the 20 to end off the first half stats for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now over to the team stats now, as the Browns currently have more total yards on offense than the Philadelphia Eagles right now, 217 to 102. The Browns also have more passing yards than the Philadelphia Eagles, 163 to 70. Same going in favor of the rushing yards in favor of the Cleveland Browns, 54 to 32. In terms of yards per play, Browns have the advantage in that category, averaging 4.9 yards per play to the Philadelphia Eagles, 3.8 yards per play. The Browns with 11 first downs to the Eagles, 6. Browns currently 6 of 13 on 3rd down to the Eagles, 1 of 4. Browns currently 1 of 1 on 4th down, as the Eagles have yet to attempt a 4th down in this game. Browns with 44 total plays to the Eagles, 27. Browns have only allowed 1 sack in this game. The Eagles have allowed 3. The Browns having more punts in this game than the Eagles, 4 to 2. Both teams with 6 penalties at the end of the first half. The Browns being costed 59 yards. The Eagles only being costed 22 yards. Each team has a fumble lost. The Browns have yet to have an interception thrown, but the Eagles have 1 interception thrown. That was, again, by Marcus Mariota. And then in terms of time of possession, the Browns have dominated controlling the clock with Time of possession for them being 21 minutes and 41 seconds. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, they have only had the ball for 8 minutes and 19 seconds. And that is how the first half stats in week 2 of the preseason between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns come to a close. And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we are obviously going to go ahead and take the halftime break. But before we go ahead and take the halftime break, let us take a moment and quickly go ahead and shout out our newest sponsor of the channel, 10-Pin Toolkit.
Shout out to the newest sponsor of the channel, 10-Pin Toolkit. If you out there have ever thought about either trying a new sport like bowling, want to learn about the history of bowling, or look to improve your game, then 10-Pin Toolkit is for you. 10-Pin Toolkit has so many tools to help you, such as angles and targeting, ball speed and RPM, an online score calculator, and so much more to help take your game to the next level. Ever since I started using 10-Pin Toolkit, it has taken my bowling game to new heights and has helped me tremendously in becoming a much improved bowler than what I was when I was just getting started to becoming the bowler that I am today. It is currently rated as tied for the #1 best bowling app in the world as of today. It is a great resource to be used for coaching and will help take the talent of bowlers to new places that they have never experienced before. So if you are interested in starting a bowling career, want to learn about the history of bowling, or just look to improve your game, go download 10-Pin Toolkit on either the App Store or the Google Play Store, or click the link down below in the description to download it and get ready to have an experience in bowling like you have never seen before.
That's right, ladies and gents. Go ahead and download our newest sponsor of the channel, 10-Pin Toolkit. A great way to help bowlers improve their game up to this point today. Like it said right there, it was a great way to help me out in terms of me improving my game, and hopefully it can help you guys out in doing the same. So go ahead and download 10-Pin Toolkit today. As on that note, ladies and gents, we're going to go ahead and take the halftime break like we always do. You guys pretty much know the drill, ladies and gents. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you guys need to do in order to get ready for the second half of this preseason game between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. And ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I will see you all back here for the second half. All right, guys, we are back here for the second half, and Tanner McKee is now in the game here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Looking to get the Eagles reset here in the second half. As they started at the 25, McKee takes the snap, hands it off to Trey Sermon, and Sermon is going to take it up and get a gain of about 6 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4 here for the Eagles offense. So Trey Sermon is going to get started pretty early with a 6-yard gain. Make it a 5-yard gain on that note. So here we go. 2nd down and 5. McKee takes the snap. McKee going down the right sideline. That's going to be caught by the undrafted free agent picked up by the Eagles out of Clemson. That is going to be Joseph Nada picking up the 1st down here for the Eagles offense. I've heard a lot of good things about Joseph Nada in training camp, and he's showing why he has potential to be the 5th wide receiver on the team in terms of making plays like that. Here we go, back on 1st down. McKee's going to hand it off again to Trey Sermon, and Sermon with a burst up the middle, and he will pick up the 1st down once again for Philly. And Philly is finding that reset button and is taking themselves in the offense all the way down the field so far. But can they keep it up and take it all the way, though, with Tanner McKee in that quarterback? Very wise decision-making, though, so far from Tanner McKee, as he is basically the leader of this offense right now. This might look to be a running play, but it could be a pass play, too. You never know. Here we go. On 1st down, McKee takes the snap. McKee goes on play action. McKee evades the pocket. McKee's going to run, and he is going to go back to the line of scrimmage, though. So it will remain 10 yards away from the 1st down marker, but it'll be 2nd down this time. But at least it was good hustle by Tanner McKee to get back to the line of scrimmage, as it'll be a 2nd down and 10 here for the Eagles. Tanner McKee is not the most mobile quarterback, but he can show some mobility. I mean, he's not used a lot like a Marcus Mariota or a Jalen Hurts type of player, but he can try his best. It was the same thing with Gardner Minshew last year, as McKee throws a quick pass over to Devin Allen, and Devin Allen showing those wheels, showing that speed like he does in track, and he is finding his way for the 1st down here for the Eagles, and the Eagles are driving down the field, and Tanner McKee's looking pretty good right now to start out the second half. With a couple quick completions, getting it to Devin Allen on a little bit of a curl route, and allowing Devin Allen to just do his thing and take it all the way for a 1st down at the Browns' 33-yard line. McKee takes the snap, hands it off to Sermon. Sermon up the gut. Sermon finding the hole. Trey Sermon! Touchdown, Philadelphia! And just like that, the Eagles' offense has woken up in the preseason with Trey Sermon with the rushing touchdown here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the whole sideline is all fired up. You got Boston Scott going crazy. You got Tanner McKee out here making plays. You got Trey Sermon out here running with the football nicely. Cuts back to the right. Read the defense perfectly. Cut back to the outside. And he just beats out the rest of the defense. And that is going to be a touchdown here for the Eagles. And actually, that is going to be the first touchdown of the day by either team, coming in about 3 minutes into the second half. The kick by Jake Elliott is up and good to now give the Eagles a 10-8 lead over the Cleveland Browns. And it all starts with a Trey Sermon long run for the touchdown. And that is a great play by Trey Sermon, just reading the defense. Also another former Ohio State Buckeye, along with Ronnie Hickman, who had the interception earlier on Marcus Mariota. But a great run by Trey Sermon in for the touchdown to give the Eagles a 10-8 lead. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly what we're looking for. That's the reason why Trey Sermon can make it onto the roster. That's the reason why Trey Sermon could make it as like the 5th back. If the Eagles are going to keep like 5 running backs on the team, that's the reason Trey Sermon can make it, if he has big running plays like that. And ladies and gents, just because, the Eagles scored the touchdown, but I understand it is the preseason. I completely understand it is the preseason, but you know what? Let's go ahead and hit this one for the one time. That's right, guys. I had to throw it in there for the one time. Great blocking on the play. An even better run by Trey Sermon, though, Bleacher. I'll tell you that much, to say the least. That was an even better run by Trey Sermon, but I'll give the blocking credit where credit's due. That was a great job in terms of the blocking. Dennis Kelly was in there a little bit. You had Tyree Cleveland in there. You had Tanner McKee out there as an eligible blocker. And you had Trey Sermon just taking it all the way to the house. And now this team looks like they want it. And if Tanner McKee, I understand this is like against like backups and stuff like that. And the Eagles have their backups in too. But if Tanner McKee could do this in a starting offense, if he were ever to like start in a game, I think he has a lot of potential. Which is awesome. I love that song. I mean, if you're an Eagles fan, you might as well enjoy it. As this kick by Ty Zentner will be a touchback here. As the Browns offense will come back on the field. I do not know if we are going to see Dorian Thompson-Robinson back for the second half or not. TP1, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Hit the like button if you have not done so, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through the stream as well for the second half of this second preseason game for the Birds. Here we go. So Dorian Thompson-Robinson's night is done as we have number 7 in the game at quarterback for the Browns. And on first down is going to be a gain of maybe about 3 yards for the running back. It's going to be about a second down and 7 probably. Oh, Brandon Graham's trying to get all mic'd up. Talk to the announcers in the booth. You see Mora Ojimo as one of the 2 defensive tackles. I do believe the other one is Marlon Tuipulotu. As on 2nd and 7, number 7 takes a snap. Number 7 dancing, going to fire it out. And it's going to be caught. Did he pick up the first? As they interview Brandon Graham here, coming into his 14th season at 6'2", 265 pounds. Also coming out of the team up north, a.k.a. Michigan. Only reason why I say team up north is because I'm an Ohio State fan, obviously. As you guys already know. But I have a lot of respect for Brandon Graham, though. So they will be a little bit short here, the Browns, so it will be a 3rd down and 1. And it will be a quarterback keeper. Did he get it? I'm not sure if he even got it. 14 seasons as an Eagle for Brandon Graham, which is tied for the most with Chuck Bednarik. And we're talking way back, too, when we're talking about Chuck Bednarik. We're probably talking like the 70s, probably. Maybe even the 60s. We're talking way back. We're talking way back with Chuck Bednarik. And looks like the quarterback did get the first down on that note, so it'll be a fresh set of downs here. So 1st and 10 here. Number 7 takes a snap, hands it off to the running back. The running back is going to go ahead and still keep on running. Number 30 still going for Cleveland. And gets a running play for a gain of about 14 yards. And it will be a first down here for Cleveland as they look to respond to Tanner McKee's miraculous start to the second half. Double-digit sack guys last season. Brandon Graham had 11, and there were so many guys with just 11 sacks. As on first down, that was a little bit of an overthrow by number 7. And this will be incomplete, and it'll be a second down and 10 here for Cleveland. But yeah, guys, last year the D-line was just phenomenal last year. Like, you had Brandon Graham with 11 sacks. You had Fletch with 11 sacks. You had Javon Hargrave with 11 sacks. You had Josh Sweat with, like, double-digit sacks. You had Hassan Reddick with, like, 16, 17 sacks, something like that. Like, come on now. And on 2nd and 10, and the running back gets eaten alive behind the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be newly acquired linebacker Zach Cunningham making the play here for the Philadelphia Eagles and that linebacker room. So now we have 3rd down and long here for Cleveland. It looked like they were going to be driving down the field, but it turns out that it'll be a 3rd down and 14 situation here for the Browns. And they might have to punt if they do not get the first right here. So let's see what happens. Number 7 takes a snap here for Cleveland. Number 7 gets away from the pressure, dumps it down, and it is going to actually be incomplete. Number 30 thought that he had it for Cleveland, but it turns out that it is a dropped pass. So it will be a punt here for the Browns. So this will be a punt here by Cleveland. And Corey Bojorquez is going to absolutely kick an absolute bomb all the way down to the other end. As this is going to be about a 5-yard return here for the Eagles. And the Eagles will start from their own 15, and that is what Tanner McKee will have to work with for this upcoming drive. And who knows, is Mariota even the guy for the Eagles as the QB2? I mean, he hasn't had a really impressive camp. He's had like 3 great days of training camp, and all the other ones have been like mediocre. So could we actually see Marcus Mariota get cut and have another veteran come in as the backup quarterback? Because right now, I really don't see Tanner McKee being the QB2. But if we were to go ahead and get somebody else, you know, a guy like a Matt Ryan's out there. Obviously, you pretty much have Carson Wentz out there. I mean, just imagine if Tom Brady comes out of retirement again. Just imagine. Imagine the scenes. I'm pretty sure you meant to say Chuck Bednar TP1, but he says that Chuck Bednar played offensive defense every play. Facts. But yeah, guys, let's see what Tanner McKee does on the next drive. See if is truly him. And again, it is against backups, but still. But here we go. 8:07 left to go here in the third quarter. The Eagles have the ball at about their own 15-yard line. Tanner McKee once again in at quarterback and is in for his second drive of the game. You see a lot of the Kelly Greens in the stands. Those are really going to stand out a lot this year, guaranteed. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 15-yard line. Tanner McKee takes a snap. McKee throws this one down the left sideline. This one is going to be caught. Wait, did he catch it? Are they going to count that as a catch? No, they're going to say it was incomplete. But that was a perfect throw by Tanner McKee. Let's be brutally honest here. That's a perfect throw by Tanner McKee. Oh, and that was to Deon Cain, too. I mean, Deon Cain does have his knee down. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, though. I mean, he originally did catch it and did have a knee down. So, that may have counted for a first, actually. As on 2nd down, it is going to be a gain of about 2 yards for the running back. Couldn't tell who ran the ball right there. But either way, it's going to be a 3rd down and 8. All right, looks like Nolan Smith is okay, too. Doesn't look like he is hurt too badly. And looks like Olamide Zaccheaus is going to be okay as well. Because you also saw him on the sideline. I haven't heard anything from Zach McPherson, whether if he's going to be out of the locker room or not. But on 3rd and 12, McKee takes a snap on a low snap. McKee going to fire down the right sideline. That's going to be caught. Wait, no, it's going to be incomplete. That was intended for number 85, Tyree Cleveland. And he thought he had the catch on this one, too. But the pass is just barely broken up by number 41 here for the Browns defense. And Tyree Cleveland was frustrated about that one, too. But Tanner McKee, you have made some really impressive throws, my man. This is what he did back at Stanford. He was doing this back at Stanford, and apparently Tyree Cleveland is hurt. If I'm not mistaken, Tyree Cleveland was like Tanner McKee's number 1 option last week against Baltimore. And now he's down on the field right now, so that will be the 4th injury tonight for the Eagles overall. Because you had Nolan Smith, Olamide Zaccheaus, and Zach McPherson all injured and either went into the blue tent and then the locker room. And now you might have the 4th Eagle doing the same thing in Tyree Cleveland. But here's the thing. 2 out of the 3 originally injured players actually came back to the sideline. So it looks like they're okay. We're still waiting on a word from Zach McPherson to indicate whether if he is okay or not. But yeah, guys, hopefully Tyree Cleveland is okay. This man had back-to-back drops from perfect passes by Tanner McKee. But this is what I'm saying, though. Tanner McKee did this at Stanford. There's a reason why the Eagles drafted Tanner McKee to be that QB3 for the Eagles, and this is not good. As Tyree Cleveland is currently being put on what looks like a stretcher. I don't even know what happened to Tyree Cleveland. Like, what the heck happened to him? And you have like a couple Browns players or multiple Browns players taking the knee. You had Tyree Cleveland on a stretcher. And that was again, like I said before, that was Tanner McKee's number one option last week against Baltimore. So I really hope that Tyree Cleveland is going to be okay. I really hope so. Got a couple Browns players kneeling. You got probably all the Eagles kneeling, having a moment. You got everyone just in a moment of silence right now for Tyree Cleveland. And they go back to the commercial breaks. Looks like Tyree Cleveland is going to be carted off the field, as this does not look good for his sake. But yeah, guys, prayers up for Tyree Cleveland in the chat. Really hope he's okay. Because it's never good when a player is on a stretcher, and if they're carted off the field, it is never good. I specifically don't even know what happened to Tyree Cleveland. At first it looked like he was just frustrated about dropping back-to-back passes from Tanner McKee. And now he's really looking like he's hurt. So again, guys, prayers up for Tanner McKee, or not Tanner McKee, Tyree Cleveland in the chat. You got all the Eagles players around him. You got some Browns players coming to show some support. Prayers up, my man. Prayers up. And prayers up, baby. Prayers up for Tyree Cleveland. Really hope he's all right. But at first I just thought that he was really frustrated that he had 2 missed catches from Tanner McKee. And now that he's being carted off the field, it was a completely different story for him. As the punt by Ty Zentner goes all the way down inside the 40. And the tackle will be made by number 83, at this point the 5th string tight end, Brady Russell. And they're also showing the undrafted free agent out of Michigan State, Ben Van Sumeren, and Christian Ellis. Here we go. The Browns offense will go back to work. Starting from their own 42. And on first down, number 7 takes a snap, goes on play action. Number 7 with a lofted pass and down the middle, and it will be caught by number 80, Austin Watkins. And with 7 minutes to go, the Browns are trying to find their way down the field here. And we'll try to strike back. So here we go again. Looks like 2 receivers to the left, 1 right. And running back in the backfield. Number 7 takes a snap, fires it down to number 30. Number 30 trying to find his way. And it'll be a gain of about, looks like 5 yards, and it'll be about a 2nd down and 5 here for the Browns. Oh, that's Kellen Mond. Okay. Here we go, 2nd down and 5. Here for the Browns from the Eagles 30. Kellen Mond takes a snap, hands it off to number 30, and number 30 is going to get stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Christian Ellis once again getting after the running back. Taron Jackson also getting in on the action. Christian and Noah Ellis are actually brothers on the same team. So they have an Ellis family tree because they're generations upon generations. As Kellen Mond on 3rd down 7 makes a great pass to Austin Watkins. Did he get in for the touchdown, or will this be ruled a touchback? For now, they ruled a touchdown for Cleveland. Is it going to stay that way? Because the ball did come out. But the question is, when did the ball come out? Oh, he was already in the end zone. And then Sidney Brown came to strip the football. And that was Eli Ricks on that play, getting absolutely cooked by Austin Watkins. And the kick for Cade York is up, and the kick is good. So just like that, the Cleveland Browns will jump back in front against the Philadelphia Eagles by a score of 15-10. With 5:17 left to go in the 3rd quarter, the Cleveland Browns now lead it by 5 points. Player breakdown here for Sidney Brown. He has done a really nice job so far based on last game and this game in terms of how to read the defenses or how to read the offense. He's done a phenomenal job. He could contend for a starting spot at safety this year. You never know. Him and Reed Blankenship could be something. It's Sidney Brown versus Terrell Edmonds for that other safety spot. But I think Sidney Brown really has a good chance of starting at safety with Reed Blankenship. 2 young safeties surrounded by Darius Slay, James Bradbury, and Avonte Maddox as your corners. That could really be something. That could really be something special. And Cade York will kick this one all the way down into the end zone, and this will be a touchback here for the Eagles. As they look at the brother relationship, Chase Brown, the running back out of Illinois. I do believe Chase Brown and Sidney Brown were both on the same team at Illinois. So Chase Brown got selected in, I do believe, the 3rd round. And same thing with Sidney Brown, if I remember correctly. Here we go. On 1st and 10, McKee with a quick pop pass to the outside. This is going to be number 82. That's going to be Devin Allen. It's going to be a gain of about 4, but there is a flag on the play, so we will see what the call is here. But this will be against the offense this time. Here we go now, ladies and gents. 1st and 20 for the Eagles as they had to go 10 yards back. So they now have to get to the 35-yard line for the 1st down. As McKee takes a snap, goes on play action. McKee escapes the pressure. McKee going to fire to the sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Try to get that to the tight end, Brady Russell, but it will now be a 2nd down and 20 here for Tanner McKee and the Eagles offense. So 2nd down and 20 here for the Eagles from their own 15. McKee running back in the backfield. McKee with a low snap. Fires this one, and it's going to be caught. A tight catch right there by the tight end number 80, Tyree Jackson. And it's going to be a 3rd down and long here for the Eagles, though. As for any chance for the Eagles to pick up the 1st down, they have to go deep with this one. So no ifs, ands, or buts. This could be an opportunity for Devin Allen to get a little bit of action since he does a lot of track and they do need a deep play on 3rd down and 14. Don't be surprised if this is the Devin Allen, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 3rd and 14. McKee takes a snap. McKee finding a lot of time, and it's going to be broken up and incomplete. So I was correct on the receiver that it was going to in Devin Allen, but he did not catch it, and they did not go deep with it either. So it will be a 4th and 14. The Browns will force the Eagles to punt. And you already know Devin Allen is frustrated about that. 2-time U.S. Olympian is Devin Allen. Became the 2-time U.S. Olympian in 2016 and 2020 when he won 2 events. And on this one, this will be picked up by, looks like, Kennedy Brooks. And Sean Desai has really had a wild journey in terms of getting to this point, as he started out as the Temple Owls special teams and outside linebackers coach back in 2010, became the Boston College running back coach back in 2012, was the Chicago Bears defensive coordinator from 2013 to 2021, and that was with the Seahawks last year, and now is with Philly. So Kellen Mond is going to hand this one off to the running back, who's going to get a gain of about around 7 or 8. And it'll be 2nd down and short here for the Browns. So looks like Tyree Cleveland is out for the game, ladies and gents. Again, prayers up for Tyree Cleveland in the chat. Here we go, second down and 3. Mond back to pass, going to step into the pocket, going to fire this one, and it's going to be caught. And picking up the first down is number 20, but immediately tackled by Ben Van Sumeren. Once again, the undrafted free agent out of Michigan State, making the tackle. And with under 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, the Browns just finding a way to march their way down the field right now. But the Eagles do want to look for a stop. But the problem is the Browns are at the Eagles' 41-yard line. Mond back to pass is going to run it here with number 20 yet again. And number 20, Wilkins, is going to get a game about maybe like 4. And Moro Ojimo loses his helmet. So he's got to put that one back on. Tanner McKee looking at the film on the sideline. Here we go, second down and 5. Mond going to go on play action. Kellen Mond just going to throw it away. That's going to be Taron Jackson with the pressure on Kellen Mond, making it a third down and 5 here for the Browns. Taron Jackson had all the pressure on Kellen Mond. Here we go, third down and 5 here for the Browns. Mond takes a snap, hands it off to number 30, and number 30 is going to get held up short of the first down. That is going to be Tristan McCullum. It looks like Josiah Scott was the other guy in terms of tackling the running back. The Browns going to go for it, though. So it looks like the defense is staying on the field, and the Browns are going to try to go for it. So fourth down and 2 here for Kellen Mond and the Browns offense. Mond takes the snap. Mond fires, and it's going to be a wide open reception for the first down, and that's going to be Anthony Schwartz picking it up for Cleveland. And we still got one more quarter to play, dude. Here we go. First and 10. Mond's going to hand it off to the running back, and the running back is going to get a gain of about 3 yards, making it second down and 7 here for Cleveland. And we get a flag. And the flag is, of course, going to be against the defense. So the flag will be against Philly, and it will be an automatic first down here for the Browns. And the clock will wind down. Will the Browns get one more playoff? And yes, they will. Mond going to escape, just going to dump it. And it's going to be incomplete, and that is how the third quarter comes to a close, with the Cleveland Browns leading the Philadelphia Eagles at the end of the third quarter of preseason game number 2 by a score of 15-10, as we head to the fourth quarter with the Cleveland Browns up by 5. All right, guys, here we go as the fourth quarter is underway. And Kellen Mond back to pass, and the pass will be immediately batted down. And that is going to be the undrafted free agent out of Michigan State, and Ben Van Sumeren batting the pass down from Kellen Mond. Great play by the undrafted free agent out of Michigan State. Great play. Here we go. 3rd down and 5 for Kellen Mond in the offense. Mond takes a snap. Fires to the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Eli Ricks was there, thought he had the interception, but turns out it will be an incomplete pass here by Kellen Mond. And depending where the Browns are at, this might be a field goal coming up. If not a field goal, they're going to punt it or go for it. But it will be a field goal here for Cade York. 43-yard attempt from the right hash. As the kick is up, and the kick is good. Able to squeeze it in there towards the right upright is Cade York, and the Cleveland Browns will lead the Philadelphia Eagles to start off the fourth quarter by a score of 18-10. Eagles need to respond. As of right now, I like their chances with Tanner McKee, but we got to see it on the field to see if the Eagles do have a chance of catching up with the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, guys, this better, dude, this better not be Ian Book. If this is Ian Book, oh, we better be playing just Tanner McKee in the second half, dude. Dude, Ian Book is terrible. Why is this dude Ian Book still on the roster? Just why? Why? Why is this dude Ian Book still on the roster? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why Ian Book is still on the roster. But, dude, if they play Ian Book, I'm going to lose my mind. There's no way they play Ian Book, right? Like, why do they play Ian Book? Just for insurance or something? Come on, man. Like, why do y'all play Ian Book? Do you play Ian Book just for insurance or what? All right, let's see who's going to be the quarterback to lead the offense this time. Please have it be Tanner McKee. I don't want to see Ian Book anymore. Please. Do not bring Ian Book back on the field. Do not. Do not bring Ian Book back on the field. Look at all the Kelly Green jerseys in the stands. Those Kelly Green jerseys are looking nice and clean. As they're now going to have A.J. Brown all mic'd up for this drive of the game here for the Birds. And returning this now for the Eagles is number 39. That is going to be, I think that was Deion Kane. with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown and Devontae Smith were phenomenal last year, and I expect them to not stop this year. Here we go. It is a handoff here to Kennedy Brooks, and Kennedy Brooks is going to pick up the first down here for the Eagles to get the drive started. I cannot tell who's in that quarterback right now, just to let you guys know. A.J. Brown coming in at 6'1", 226, 5 years in the league, also coming out of Ole Miss. Here we go. 1st and 10. McKee going to hand it off to Kennedy Brooks, and Kennedy Brooks is going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So, looks like it is still Tanner McKee still in this game, which is good. Here we go. 2nd down and 9 here for Tanner McKee in the offense. McKee takes a snap. McKee fires to the sideline. It's going to be caught. And it's going to be Dan Arnold making the catch and getting out of bounds. My guess is that he gained about like 5 or 6 yards on the play. But it will be 3rd down here for the Eagles coming up. As A.J. Brown is apparently talking about Jalen Hurts. It's the reason why they showed Jalen Hurts on the screen. It's on 3rd and 5. McKee going to go deep down the left side, and it's going to be incomplete, but a flag is thrown. And this is going to be against Cleveland. So this is going to be an automatic 1st down here for the Eagles. Now 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the Browns 45. McKee takes a snap. McKee calmly in the pocket, wide open on this play. Is Tyree Jackson picking up the 1st down here for the Eagles. And he was wide open on this play too. I have no idea how this man just got so much separation, but he found a way to do so. Tanner McKee places it right on the money. 1st and goal here for the Eagles from the 10. McKee gonna let Kennedy Brooks run it. Kennedy Brooks will take it up to about the 5-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the spot. Here goes 2nd and goal. McKee gonna run it again. Try to fight for every yard is Kennedy Brooks. But he'll be down at about the 2-yard line, maybe the 3. Here we go. 3rd down and goal with 11.5 minutes to go from the 3-yard line. 2 receivers left. Looks like a blocker to the right. McKee firing into the end zone. Incomplete. That was on 3rd down, too. So now it'll be 4th and goal here for Philadelphia. Here we go, 4th and goal. McKee takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. McKee runs, fires to the end zone. And it is going to be dropped incomplete by Deion Kane. And the Browns will take over. And again, another beautiful ball thrown by Tanner McKee. But the receiver just not being able to come down with the pass. And A.J. Brown's like, you got to be kidding me. That was a rough one right there. But again, Tanner McKee, you're making really nice throws out here. I'm not blaming any part of this game on Tanner McKee. Some of these go against the receivers for sure. But yeah, guys, that drop right there in the back of the end zone by Deion Kane, that was a rough one right there, honestly. That was honestly a rough one right there to drop. Tanner McKee has really made a lot of nice passes in this game. And with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left to go, the Eagles still down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tanner McKee threw that in a really good spot, too. Not known for his mobility, but he at that point was just able to just find Deion Kane, but Deion Kane could not come down with the catch. As on 1st down, this will be an incomplete pass to Austin Watkins. I do believe that was Justin Evans with the coverage. Not that him, it was Eli Ricks. They're showing him on the screen over Justin Evans right now, so that must have been Eli Ricks with the play instead. Here we go on 2nd and 10. Kellen Mond going to hand it off to the running back. And it'll be a gain of about 6, I do believe. So it'll be a 3rd down and 4 here for the Browns offense. Here we go. 3rd down and 4. Kellen Mond with an empty backfield. Mond dances away. Mond escapes. Kellen Mond still running around, and that's just ridiculous. How in the world do you allow Kevin Mond to dodge like 6 tackles and find a way to pick up the 1st down? That should have been a safety. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, At least 3. 4. And that was 5 missed tackles. That was 5 missed tackles right there. And we have another Philadelphia Eagle down on the field. I cannot tell who is down on the field right now. That would be the rookie out of Texas, Moro Ojimo. Down on the field right now for the Birds. Hopefully he's all right. And you got Janarius Robinson over here talking to one of the Browns offensive linemen. And then you had Luke Whippler, the former Buckeye, chiming in on the conversation. And everyone is taking a knee right now, as Moro Ojimo is going to be carted off the field, similar to how Tyree Cleveland was earlier in this game. Not even sure what happened to Moro Ojimo. Oh, he landed flat like a pancake to try to get Kellen Mond. It's like the 5th or 6th Eagle going down tonight. 3 of the Eagles have returned, and Olamide Zaccheaus. Actually, no, 2 of the Eagles returned that were injured. That was just Olamide Zaccheaus and Nolan Smith. Not sure about everybody else, though. And everyone's on the knee right now for Moro Ojimo, as the medical trainers have been able to lift him onto the cart. Eagles players over around the cart to wish him all the best. And prayers up. Prayers up for Moro Ojimo in the chat. Stay strong, buddy. Stay strong, Moro Ojimo. 10 minutes still remain in the fourth quarter. Eagles still down by a score. Yep, and Moro Ojimo is being carted off the field. I do believe he's trying to give like a signal that he's okay. And another player for the Eagles going into the locker room. Really hope he's going to be okay. But here we go. 1st and 10 here. Back in action. Under 10 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for the Browns. Kellen Mond takes a snap. Kellen Mond is going to hand the ball off to number 30, and number 30 is going to get a gain of about 2 yards as he is tackled by number 33, Josiah Scott. Josiah Scott making a nice play on the running back. Here we go. Kellen Mond with the pass to the running back, and it's going to be incomplete. That is going to be the rookie out of Illinois, the rookie safety out of Illinois, Sidney Brown, making the play here for the Eagles defense. I'm telling you guys, though, Sidney Brown definitely has a good chance of starting this upcoming year. Or I'm sorry, that wasn't Sidney Brown. Make that Tristan McCollum. Tristan McCollum making a play in this game. Here we go, 3rd down and 9. Kellen Mond takes the snap. Mond going to fire this one down the middle of the field, and this is going to be caught yet again. Looks like it. No, they're going to rule it incomplete. The Browns are thinking it's a 1st down. Well, what's the ruling? Yeah, it's incomplete. And the special teams of the Eagles is going on to the field right now. I'm not sure what Nick Sirianni is getting all fired up for. And Corey Bojorquez will launch this down to about the 28, and here's the return. And here we go. And the ball was loose, but it did get out of bounds. That was Justin Evans on the return and almost turned it over to Cleveland. But with 8:50 left to go, the Eagles will keep possession of the football. $8:50 left to go here in this one. The Browns still lead it 18-10 right now over the Eagles. Looks like Tanner McKee is still in the game. And he'll start out from his own 43. McKee takes a snap. McKee on play action, lofting it on the left sideline. That's going to be caught by the undrafted free agent out of Clemson in Joseph Nada. And that is going to be a 1st down here for the Eagles. Star Wars 99, what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you coming through. Said a lot of injuries with the Eagles. Yeah. A lot of players have gone down for the Eagles. Some of them have come back. Some of them are still in the locker room. But hey, Star Wars 99, appreciate you for coming through there, my guy. Hit the like button if you have not done so, and appreciate you for coming through the stream. Here we go. Second down here for the Eagles. The clock is ticking. Second down and 7 for the Eagles. Under 8 minutes left to go. From the 27. McKee takes a snap on play action. Fires this one. This one's going to be caught. And it is going to be what looks like a first down here for, once again, the undrafted free agent out of Clemson, Joseph Nada. And it will be a first down here for Philly. It should be. They're going to say it's a little bit short. As McKee's going to hand it off. They'll run the ball with Kennedy Brooks, and it's going to be a little short. Will they do a quarterback sneak? They could do a quarterback sneak right here with Tanner McKee, despite him not being the most mobile quarterback in the league. And it's not going to be a QB sneak. McKee going to hand it off, and they'll go up the middle, and it'll be a first down here for the Eagles. That is going to be Kennedy Brooks yet again. Here we go. First and 10 for the Eagles from about the 23-yard line. McKee takes a snap. McKee on play action fires this one, and it's going to be caught and in for the touchdown. Go the Eagles. That is going to be number 83, Brady Russell, coming down with the catch and scoring the touchdown. And the Eagles are a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. But a great fake by Tanner McKee, getting it over to Brady Russell. And that is a touchdown. That is what the Eagles were looking for. And like I said before, they will be going for 2. McKee on the 2-point try will get it and will fire it to the end zone. And the 2-point attempt is good. And that is going to be Johnny King, the recently acquired wide receiver, who will convert the 2-point conversion and will tie this game up at 18 points apiece. But that was a nice dart, though, by Tanner McKee. Knew where he had to get it to Johnny King. And Johnny King comes down with it perfectly to tie this game up at 18 points apiece here in the fourth quarter. And you guys already know what we got to do. Yes, sir, guys. You already know what it is. Here we go. 6:09 left to go in this one. Here comes the return here by Cleveland. And the returner is still going, but a flag is down with about 6 minutes left to go. But overall, great catch, though, for the 2-point, or rather for the touchdown made by Tanner McKee, throwing it to Brady Russell. So it will be an illegal block in the back against, it looks like it's going to be against Philly. Here we go, guys. 6:02 left to go in this one. 18 points apiece between the Browns and the Eagles. Can the Browns find a way to respond to that Tanner McKee to Brady Russell touchdown? Here we go. On first down, this pass is going to be caught, and this is going to be Austin Watkins picking up the first down on the first play of this drive here for Cleveland. Looks like they're lining up Eli Ricks on Austin Watkins. As on first down, they're doing a little halfback toss to number 25, and number 25 is going to be short of the first down by at least 3 yards. So it'll be about a 2nd down and 3 here for the Cleveland Browns. But here we go. 2nd down, 3 here for the Browns. Kellen Mond takes a snap, goes on play action. Mond going to go deep on this one, and it's going to be broken up. And that is going to be Eli Ricks saying, "Hey, Austin Watkins, I got some lockdown hands for you." Said, "Take notes, buddy." Said, "Take notes, son. Sit down." Here we go. Here's the run by number 25, and he will pick up the first down. Kayvon Wallace, again, looking for a bounce-back year at safety this year, coming in at 5'11", 205 pounds at the age of 26, 4 years in the NFL, again, coming out of Clemson. Here we go, Kellen Mond with the ball, throwing it down the left side, and it's going to be caught by, I do believe that was Anthony Schwartz. And it'll be about a 2nd down and 3 here for the Browns offense. Here we go, 2nd down and 4. Mond is going to hand it off to the running back, and the running back is going to get the first down here for Cleveland. Only needed 4, got about 6. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Browns from the Eagles' 30-yard line. Mond takes the snap, hands it off to the running back. The running back is going to get stuffed 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be Taron Jackson. As the Eagles do go ahead and call their first timeout of the second half. And the play of the game was when Tanner McKee threw that nice touchdown pass to number 83, Brady Russell. That was the play of the game. Here we go, 2nd down and 12 from about the Eagles 32. Mond takes a snap, fires, and this is going to be broken up. And this is going to be Josiah Scott on Austin Watkins. And it'll be a 3rd down and 12 here for the Browns. About 2.5 minutes left to go in this one. 3rd and 12 here for the Browns. Here we go. Mond with the snap on 3rd and 12. Fires it out. And it's going to be caught by the running back. And it'll be Kayvon Wallace making the tackle. And he'll keep the receiver in bounds to take this all the way down to the 2-minute warning. And we have currently hit the 2-minute warning with the game tied, but the Browns getting in position to have a chance to potentially win the ball game with 2 minutes left to go, but the Eagles may have a chance to respond when we come back from commercial break. All right, guys, so we have come back from the 2-minute warning. Is a 4th and 9 here for the Browns. They have a chance to take the lead, though. I do believe they are in field goal range. But I really do appreciate every single one of you guys that have come through to the stream. And continue to support your boy. I appreciate every single one of you guys that have come through and tuned into this one. You guys know who you are, the true part of the BLSG family. Definitely do appreciate it from every single one of you. And keep up the support, guys. Greatly appreciated. So this will be about a 47-yard attempt here for the second-year kicker out of LSU, Cade York, looking to give the Browns the lead 21-18, which he does not. Cade York will fly it off to the right, but there is a flag on the play. Who is this going against, though, is the question. They are calling it against the Eagles. So it will be a first down here for Cleveland. I'm not sure who jumped or anything. Was that Derek Barnett? No, that was 66. Whoever 66 is for us, because I know Matt Leo retired as the original defensive end that wore number 66 for the team. But it actually is not going to be a first down. It's going to be a 41-yard kick now for Cade York. As the kick is up, and the kick is whiffed off to the left side, so it wouldn't have even mattered. It wouldn't have even mattered because he missed both kicks. The one with the flag and one with no flag. He missed both kicks. He missed the second one off to the left side and missed the first one off to the right. So the Eagles now have a chance to come out here and win this preseason game. It looked like Cade York might have had it, but the Eagles are saying, no, sir, not that easy. It's not that easy, buddy. But this is plenty of time for Tanner McKee to regroup here and potentially lead the Eagles to a victory in this one as Tanner McKee throws it down to Kennedy Brooks, and Kennedy Brooks will get out of bounds for a gain of about, I'd say, 7. But we'll check the flag, though. Looks like it's coming back. It's going to be a holding against the offense. It looks like it's going to be against the rookie wide receiver, Jaden Hazelwood. Yeah, Cade York did miss the field goal twice. McKee with the ball on 1st and 18, trying to get away, and he is sacked. The Eagles need to get back to the line. Tanner McKee does call timeout. And guys, I really don't think I'm gonna really be doing the post-game stats because I've just had a long day. You know, I'm like physically tired right now, and I'm just going to probably as soon as this game comes to a close, I'll probably just end it there. Because physically, I'm pretty tired. I've had a pretty long day today, so I'll probably end it as soon as this game is over. So here we go. 2nd down 22. McKee with nobody in the backfield. McKee needs somebody and finds an option and is going to pick up a good gain. That's going to be Johnny King for a gain of about 21. So it'll be a 3rd down and 1 here for the Eagles. I mean, it might not sound like I'm tired, guys, but I'm actually tired, honestly. 3rd and 1. McKee takes the snap. McKee dumps it off, and it is going to be caught for the 1st down by Kennedy Brooks. And the clock is still moving. McKee with a really nice pass to the newly acquired wide receiver, Johnny King. And Johnny King picking up some extra yards to get the 3rd and 1. 4 was converted by Kennedy Brooks. McKee on 1st down, fires to the sideline, and that is going to be incomplete. A miscommunicated throw right there to the newly acquired wide receiver, Johnny King. And it will be 2nd down and 10 here for the Eagles. Jake Elliott last season made 93.5% of his field goals, 24 out of 27 last year. Eagles look to get into his range to try to win the game. Here we go, 2nd and 10. McKee takes a stat. McKee tries to dump it over to Jaden Hazelwood, the rookie wide receiver, and it is going to be incomplete. And Tanner McKee says that he'll take the blame for that one because he threw it a little bit behind Jaden Hazelwood, most likely, for the reason why he's going to say, my bad. Here we go. Eagles currently at the 44-yard line. Need to get to, I do believe, the 46 of Cleveland for the 1st down. McKee takes a snap. McKee needs to get away from the pressure, and he's going to be dumped for a massive loss. That is going to have to cost them their final timeout. This is going to be the game right here. Tanner McKee has to convert a 4th and never to keep the Eagles in it. Well, it wouldn't keep the Eagles in it. But they're actually going to go off the field. And that was a rough one right there for Tanner McKee, who thought he had it in the bag. That was a golden opportunity to win the game right there. Short Parks on Twitter is like, go for it. But Ty Zentner is punting this one all the way down. And this one will be picked up by number 25. And 32 seconds to go in this one. Next Eagles preseason game will be next week on Thursday, August 24th against the Colts on Prime Video. So, with that being the case, guys, I might not be able to do that game because I unfortunately do not have Prime Video. So I might not be able to stream next week's game with that being the case. I mean, you could also probably find it on Twitch too, but I can't do like Twitch and live stream at the same time. You know what I mean? Here we go. 30 seconds left. Flag is thrown. Mon just wants to get it away. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think there's any overtime in the preseason. I'm pretty sure there's no overtime in the preseason. If I'm not mistaken. They'll call an illegal shift against the offense. Last year for Jalen Hurts, went 14-1 last year. 4,461 total yards of offense, which is a franchise record, as well as the 14-1 record by Jalen Hurts, and 35 total touchdowns, which is also tied for the franchise record, joining Randall Cunningham. Jalen Hurts looking to do the same this upcoming year. Here we go, 1st and 15. Mon takes the snap. Mon going to fire this one to the sideline. And it's going to be caught by Anthony Schwartz. And they have to get back to the line. I do believe there is no overtime in the preseason. If I remember correctly, there's no overtime in the preseason because the Browns are starting to use their timeouts. Because if there was overtime in the preseason, the Browns would not be using their timeouts right now. $20 left in this one. Both teams tied at 18 points apiece. Second down and 2. Mon takes the snap. Mon going to throw it towards the sideline. Incomplete. So now 14 seconds left to go in this one. In which Kellen Mond actually threw that pass to Jalen Hurts on the sideline. That's right, I forgot that a while back. Jalen Hurts earned his, I think it was his master's degree at Oklahoma. That's right, I completely forgot that he earned that. Congratulations to Jalen Hurts on that, by the way. As Kellen Mond is able to find another receiver, it's going to be number 83. And the Browns are going to use their final timeout most likely. And now they're going to have to hope for a play to the sideline to have any chance of a long field goal from Cade York. And the Browns have used all 3 of their timeouts. The Eagles have 1 left. Jalen Hurts is taking off the headset. Here we go, 1st and 10. So it looks like Philly's going to go ahead and call their final timeout before Kellen Mond snaps the ball. So everyone has used their timeouts here. Here we go. Mond takes the snap. Mond firing to the sideline. It's going to be caught. And that will be a running clock. And that is going to do it. And I do believe there is no overtime. So they did not get a chance to let Cade York have an opportunity at kicking the field goal. It looks like that'll do it. And that will be the final score. The Eagles will tie the Browns in the second preseason game by a final score of an 18-18 tie. So the Eagles lose their first game to Baltimore by a point. And they tie the Browns in their second preseason game at 18 points apiece. Overall, it was a pretty solid day for the Eagles. I think if Mariota did not have that bad of a performance, the Eagles probably win the game, honestly. But ladies and gents, on that note, I'm not doing the stats because, honestly, like I said before, I've had a long day. Pretty tired, honestly. Need to go ahead and get some rest, man. So, again, appreciate everybody for coming through and tuning into this one. Eagles end up tying the Browns 18-18. Their next preseason game will be next Saturday, I do believe, but that will be on Amazon Prime Video. So, unfortunately, I will not be able to stream that since I do not have Prime Video. But let's hope and see any other players that can potentially stand out for the Eagles. Also, guys, be sure to go ahead and download our newest sponsor, 10-Pin Toolkit. The link for that is down below in the description. Or just go ahead and download it on the App Store or the Google Play Store to go ahead and download our newest sponsor, 10-Pin Toolkit. Like you saw at the very beginning of the video on all the details about 10-Pin Toolkit. And if you guys have not seen the details about it, I'll play it back one more time and then we'll get out of here.
Shout out to the newest sponsor of the channel, 10-Pin Toolkit. If you out there have ever thought about either trying a new sport like bowling, want to learn about the history of bowling, or look to improve your game, then 10-Pin Toolkit is for you. 10-Pin Toolkit has so many tools to help you, such as angles and targeting, ball speed and RPM, an online score calculator, and so much more to help take your game to the next level. Ever since I started using 10-Pin Toolkit, it has taken my bowling game to new heights and has helped me tremendously in becoming a much improved bowler than what I was when I was just getting started to becoming the bowler that I am today. It is currently rated as tied for the #1 best bowling app in the world as of today. It is a great resource to be used for coaching and will help take the talent of bowlers to new places that they have never experienced before. So if you are interested in starting a bowling career, want to learn about the history of bowling, or just look to improve your game, go download 10-Pin Toolkit on either the App Store or the Google Play Store, or click the link down below in the description to download it and get ready to have an experience in bowling like you have never seen before.
So yeah, guys, be sure to go ahead and download 10-Pin Toolkit. And on that note, ladies and gents, that is pretty much going to do it for me. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not done so. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace, everybody. Have a good night. Y'all fly, Eagles, fly, and let's go, Birds.